The new winter update has given us a player that is upgraded to an absolute speed demon. Last year, of course, we had Wilfred Gnonto. He was in the 170 potential range with the potential to get 20 pace and acceleration. This guy is very much the same, but it's a different player. Probably a more well-rounded striker as well. Today, I'm going to show you who he is, where he comes from, how much he is going to cost you, what his hidden attributes are as well. We're going to see him score some fantastic goals. But before you see who he is and decide to just dart off, wait. We're going to take a look at his best player roles, what player traits to give him, as well as, of course, the types of goals that he will score you. We're, of course, going to see him at his maximum potential, but here he is at his current ability at the start of the game. His name is Felix Afena Jean. You can find him in the Roma under-18s. Now, like I mentioned before, he's been upgraded since the winter update. He was nowhere near as good as what he is now. He is sitting at a current ability of 120 that you can see here. Now, the potential ability is a flexible one between 140 and 170. But as you can see here, every single time you load the game, it's a random one. We've got a one with a 157, one of the higher ends of his potential range. Still 13 current ability points to go before he would reach his maximum of 170, which we're going to see him at today. If we ask his agent for his availability, it will cost you between 6.2 to 10 million pound at the start of the game. It might be slightly different to yours, and if you have continued on at a certain point, then it of course will be different. But remember, to get him at this point, you're going to have to start a new game with the winter update loaded. So his 22.3 database, this is where he will be at his upgraded form. Now, I've set him to his maximum. We're going to take a look at some of the goals that he scores, and this goal compilation is sponsored by my friend SPITCH. Yes, SPITCH is a brand new to the market fantasy footballing app, which is done week by week basis, and usually you can win tons of money with SPITCH like I have done in the past. However, now, in the next 3 game weeks, there's some prizes to be won. Yes, for the next 3 match days in the Premier League, each player that participates in a pitch in SPITCH can get the chance to win a huge prize if they are ranked in the top 10. And at the end of the 3 game weeks, you also have the ability, if you're in the top 20, to win a massive prize, including a Premier League jersey of your choice, Beats headphones, AirPods Pros, a holiday package, Apple Watch, or a ton of money. And it is free to sign up. You have to be over 18, however, and it's only for the UK and Ireland. You have to take a little snap of your identification, but once you do, like I mentioned, it is free to play, and if you play in the Premier League, then you get a chance to win all of those prizes for the next 3 game weeks. Make sure you are participating. And also, you can join the Community League at the same time. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone, win some prize money, win some prizes, and also see if you can compete against me in my Community League with me and Dad. Like I mentioned, it's a week by week thing. You don't have to start at the start of the season to carry on with SPITCH. It is still a lot of fun to just play on a week by week basis, and use the link at the top of the description to help support me as a content creator while you have some fun. The link for the Community League will be just underneath. There's tons of statistical analysis on the app as well, so you don't have to leave it to make your decision on what player to pick. It's all done right there on the app. So thank you very much once again for SPITCH for sponsoring this goal compilation. Now this is Felix Afena Jean set to his maximum of 170. Just to prove it to you, I will show you here. I've gone in the pre-game editor, I've moved into Arsenal, and I've set his current ability to 170 just so you can possibly see what he is like at his maximum. If you remember what Wilfred Gnonto was like last year, I think this guy is actually better because his mental attributes are absolutely insane. If you take a look, 17 composure, that's phenomenal. We also have the 15 anticipation, the aggression of 17 as well, concentration, determination, which is fixed by the way, that off the ball of 17, so when he does break the offside trap, which is a player trait that I encourage you to use, then he will obviously be making the good runs with that acceleration of 20 and that pace of 19. Fantastic agility as well of 18, but what does impress me the most is there is 2 20s on here. One of them's acceleration, one of them is work rate. You could not really pick 2 better attributes to be set to 20 in my humble opinion for the type of player that he is going to be. If you're going to use him as a pressing forward, this guy will keep running for you all day long. He will put in a massive shift for you, and he's going to be so dangerous. His technicals do look not as powerful as what some would suggest would be an elite striker, but when you have attributes like this in your mentals and physicals, it does not matter whatsoever. Now, behind the scenes, let's take a look at some of his hidden attributes which determine how well he does, which obviously you can't really see. You can scout them and determine that, but there's a lot of fixed attributes which help him reach his potential. Now, all important one of professionalism of 13 is a fixed attribute. So 13 is what he'll be every single time you load the game. It's not the best, but it's definitely good enough to help him reach his full potential. One of the attributes that I think is the most impressive is his adaptability. Of course, this is how well they adapt to go into a different country, and 15 is very high out of 20, which means he is going to develop very well in a different country as well and settle in quite nicely. He has ambition of 14, which is fixed. His sportsmanship is set to 10, but his pressure, you see that as a 1, that's fixed at a 1. It's not the best, is it? The consistency attribute of 12 is also set, so is the important matches of 13 and the injury proneness of 5. A very good set of hidden attributes, I would say, for the type of player you're going to get for around about £10 million. And remember, he's only 18 at the start of the game, which means you could have a good 12 years of him before you might even see any of these physical attributes start to decline. He also has a reasonable left foot and a very strong right foot, which is obviously fantastic. And we talk about player traits already. To begin with, he had tries first time shots, which can be really good, especially when they are as fast as what he is. If he breaks the offside trap and he is one-on-one with a goalkeeper, he will slip it past the goalkeeper with his first touch, which is very good. And you might have seen in a few of the goals scored that he does tend to score quite a lot with his first touch. I obviously give him the likes to beat the offside trap, because with pace and off the ball and anticipation like that, you'd be silly not to train that as soon as you get this player. So how has he done? Well, we have been using him in a different role to what suggests might be his best, which is, of course, the pressing forward. That aggression is so high, you might as well use it as a pressing forward. We have been using him at Arsenal in GYRFM's Grogu FM22 tactic in the advanced forward role. Wanted to try it out and see how he did. He started off quite slow, it must be said, but then it picked up quite quickly. I think he got like 2 goals in 7 matches, and then now he's on 12 in 13 in the league alone with 1 assist, 2 player of the matches. If we take a look at how it looked throughout the season, you can see his first Premier League goal. It took a while for him to actually score that, but it was against Manchester City in a 2-0 victory. Very good. He seems to score against, he's not afraid to score against the best teams in the league. Of course, we've only gone forward and done it till the 1st of December just to see how well he has performed. But if you take a look in all competitions, 15 goals in 16 appearances, it's not bad whatsoever. Definitely, if you think about it, a player that Arsenal could use right now. And using this, they are sat in 3rd place, a few points off of top. So that is Felix Afina Jean. Let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments section. Have you tried to use him since the winter update? Do you have another player that you have found that have been upgraded since winter update that you'd like us to cover here in the Wonderkid Spotlight? Let me know down in the comments. And of course, make sure you're checking out the 2nd channel for the live streams. We've got, of course, me and Dad's channel. We're doing different in real life football videos on there. Facebook as well. Remember, I'm on Facebook Gaming. I've been doing some different Football Manager videos, Director of Football Challenges, for instance. We're playing other games too, Fortnite, Wreckfest, even some WWE 2K wrestling. So if you're into all of that, make sure you check out the Facebook page down below. And of course, we'll be back streaming live on Twitch from next week. Thank you very much to all my Patreon members who've been signing up recently. I like to think at this point, because we're on 99, that we might have got to our 100th Patreon member all at the same time, which is phenomenal. So thank you so much to all of you guys. You get the save game access files from all of the rebuilds, as well as, of course, some early access videos when we can do them. But I really do appreciate it. Make sure you're checking out SPITCH down below and join my community league. And I'll see you next week, maybe, for another Wonderkid Spotlight. How about that? Bye-bye.